I am celebrating my 9-year vegan anniversary this year, and over those 9 years, I've seen a ton of developments in vegan food. Every year, it seems to get better and better, and there are so many new things to try. So, today I'm going to be doing a review on Beyond Sausage from Beyond Meat, and I will be rating it based on its taste, ease of preparation, texture, availability, and price. If you enjoy this video and feel like you get value out of it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed already, please join the Cultivated Kale family and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to receive notifications about future uploads. Join me every week as I post videos showing you how vegan living can be affordable and easy. Before we get started though, I do want to introduce you to a guest who will be here during the filming. This is my dog, Angel. She was taking a nap on the bed before I got in here, so I just made the bed around her, so she's just going to be hanging out while I film. So as I said, there is so much good vegan food coming out each year, and the number of options that are now available is mind-blowing. So it's refreshing to see a company like Beyond Meat grow to a $550 million brand that believes that there's a better way to feed the planet with more sustainable protein. I'm going to just cut to the chase and say that while it has been a long time since I have eaten meat, I can definitely say that the products from Beyond Meat are the best I have ever had. Beyond Meat is killing it without actually killing anything, which is pretty awesome. And of course, a vegan meat company is helping to save the animals, but it's also good for us humans too. Last year, US consumers ate about 13 billion burgers, and burgers are consistently one of the most popular items on restaurant menus across the country. Yet, too much meat can increase your risk from heart disease to certain types of cancers, and we know that animal agriculture has a huge negative impact on the environment. Even with all of these issues, people still continue to eat meat because they love the taste. And that's where companies like Beyond Meat come in to satisfy even the biggest meat fans. Beyond Meat is making huge waves and attracting famous investors like Bill Gates, Leonardo DiCaprio, former McDonald's CEO Don Thompson, and even America's largest meat processor, Tyson, which is kind of shocking. Hopefully you've already had a chance to try the Beyond Burger. I had a chance to try it at a Carl's Jr. near me recently, and it was fantastic. I featured it at the very end of my Walmart groceries video, so I will link that video in the description box if you are interested in watching it and seeing what that looks like. The Beyond Burger is juicy and delicious and looks and tastes scarily similar to a traditional burger. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend getting your hands on one as soon as possible. And then, after you try that, pick yourself up some Beyond sausages. And side note, before we go any further, never would I have imagined that I would be making a review video about vegan sausage, but look at me now. Here's a little background on the Beyond sausage. There are 3 different flavors: the original bratwurst, sweet Italian, and hot Italian. Each sausage link has 16 grams of plant-based protein and has 43% less total fat, 38% less saturated fat, 27% fewer calories, and 26% less sodium than traditional pork sausage. The casing on the sausage link is made from algae, which replaces those typically made from intestines, which is nasty. But like the meat variety casing, these plant-based casings have been specially created to allow just the right amount of juice to bleed through, causing that crackle and pop that we all expect to hear when we're cooking sausage on the grill or in a pan. You can even cook grill marks into them. The primary source of protein in Beyond sausage comes from peas, fava beans, and rice protein. They are cholesterol-free with no nitrates, hormones, GMOs, soy, or gluten. Which sounds great, right? But how does it taste? Well, I think it's out of this world delicious. While I was cooking, my mouth was watering. The smell filled my kitchen with a juicy and irresistible scent while the sausages were sizzling in the skillet. We put ours in some buns and topped them with some canned vegan chili from Hormel, diced onion, and mustard, and they were so good. And in full disclosure, I only had the chance to try the original bratwurst flavor because when I went back to the store where I bought them before, they were all sold out of every flavor. So I was really hoping to try the sweet Italian flavor, but that will have to wait for another time, so I'm just going to have to keep looking for them. So anyway, the original bratwurst flavor has that smoky and savory taste that you expect from sausage, and I thought the links were so juicy. For the taste, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. The sausages browned up beautifully and cooked in less than 10 minutes. I found that they didn't really require any oil at all, but you could cook them in some oil. And you can cook them either on a grill or in a skillet, and I chose to cook mine on a skillet because I don't have a grill. I would say for ease of preparation, I would give these 5 out of 5 stars. When I cut open the sausages, the texture was amazingly close to traditional sausage. As a vegan, you tend to get a little bit suspicious of food if you're not really sure what's in it, but I've always felt really confident that I could tell the difference between animal-based meat and plant-based meat, but this was pretty convincing. And while the texture is really close, I would rate this 4 out of 5 stars for texture. At this point, you're probably wondering, if someone is vegan, why on earth would they want to eat something that looks and tastes so much like meat? I'm glad you asked, because I, like almost all vegans that I know, am not vegan because I didn't like the taste of meat, cheese, and eggs. I decided to stop eating animals and products made from animals because the milk, eggs, and lives are not mine to take. I cannot stand the thought of animals suffering for a meal that will only last for a few minutes. I know that animal agriculture is destroying our planet, and like many people, I want to make changes in my diet because of the wonderful health benefits. So that's why I choose vegan. A lot of people are starting to make these connections themselves, and even if they're not ready to go full-on vegan, I think trying these kinds of products is progress that we should applaud. More and more kind and conscientious people will start to try products like Beyond Sausage and may eventually find their way to veganism, and that's why I think it's so great to have these kinds of options. And some vegans may not choose to have this kind of plant-based protein in their diet, and that's fine. But I think we ought to be really happy whenever people choose not to eat animals. Because more people are making this connection between what they eat and the resulting consequences, Beyond Meat products are found in more stores. I purchased mine from a store called Sprouts, but according to their website, you can also purchase them at Wedgman's, ShopRite, Publix, Kroger, Safeway, Vons, and Ralph's. You can also find Beyond Meat products at TGI Fridays, BurgerFi, A&W restaurants, Bear Burger, Veggie Grill, and Carl's Jr. Although I can confirm that the Carl's Jr. that I went to only offered the Beyond Burger and not the Beyond Sausage. I will leave a link in the description box with more information on where you can find Beyond Meat products. When you're grocery shopping, oftentimes you can find the Beyond sausages in the same section as the meat. Going to the meat section to buy Beyond Sausage may not be the first choice for vegans, and I'll raise my hand for that one. But I do think it makes business sense, and it's also good for encouraging people to buy Beyond Sausages in the same way that it makes sense to sell plant-based milks in the dairy section where consumers are going to go searching for milk. I think it makes it a lot easier for meat eaters to find and try different types of meat in the areas where they're currently shopping. Interestingly, the packaging even looks like traditional meat packaging. As I said earlier in this video, I went back to Sprouts to buy more Beyond Sausage in hopes that I could try the sweet Italian flavor, but they were all out. So this is one of my only frustrations with Beyond Sausage. It's not sold at the grocery store where I normally shop, which is King Soopers, and you can't find it at a store like Walmart yet. So I'm hoping that with increased popularity, the Beyond Sausage will be available in more stores so we can find it more readily available. For availability, I would actually rate this 2 out of 5 stars. I paid $8.99 for 4 sausage links, which comes out to $2.25 per sausage. I looked up the comparable cost for per link for Johnsonville brats, and they're about 98 cents per link. Similar to the availability issue, I think that as these become more popular, the cost will come down because Beyond Meat will be able to enjoy greater economies of scale in production. And we also have to keep in mind that animal agriculture is heavily subsidized in the United States, so the prices that we pay for meat are artificially low. Even still, charging $8.99 may be cost prohibitive for many. With all of this in mind, I'll rate these 3 out of 5 stars for price. My final thoughts are this: while I am an ethical vegan, I try very hard to eat plant-based whole foods, so I will likely treat these as a rare treat, but I thought they were delicious, had great texture. So if I see them in stock, or especially if they're on sale, I will definitely be getting these. And I would also like to have some of my omnivore friends and family try these because I think that they're going to love them. If you'd like to learn more about the other Beyond Meat products offered, check out the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. Have a great week, guys.